Hey guys, it's Cecilia Mura here. Welcome back. All my social media down in the description box below. Follow me, tweet me, and become a Patreon today. Subscribe, because it helps me a lot. Hit the notification bell so you know when I post. Thank you so much. Now, in today's podcast, I want to discuss the new Pixar movie that came out called Soul. And I freshly watched it, so I have a few opinions, and it's going to differ from everybody's opinion. But I didn't like the movie. I feel like Coco and Inside Out were way better than Soul. I think the visuals were very, very, very good. The visuals were amazing. But I felt like the pacing of the movie, the direction the movie was going, and the ending was just blah. And I know people are going to say, oh, well, it's a good movie. Yeah, it's a good movie for you. And I'm not saying that I didn't enjoy the visuals, that I didn't enjoy, it at some point. But I really didn't enjoy the premise, the direction. I just felt like it was done before. You know what I mean? It was just done before. It was just like, whatever. And I fell asleep through some parts, so I had to watch it again. But it didn't hold my interest, what I'm trying to say. And I think that that's because, movies like that usually it's hit or miss. It's a 50-50. You can either latch on to it or you can just forget about it. And I feel like this movie is one of those movies that I'm just going to forget about because it was just, I'm very happy that they made a movie. They had a lot of big names in that movie. There was a lot of, nice stuff. But to be, honest with you, I just felt like it was just one of those movies that would just get lost in the background. Everybody's praising it, which is great. But I personally don't see what the big hype is about. Because when I first saw the preview, I was like, oh, okay. It's a black guy. And, he has to find his way back to the human world and find his body. And, basically, he wasn't really enjoying life, basically. And through him becoming a soul, he was able to, experience different things, see things through different eyes, blah, 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 which is great. And, I just feel as though they should have went a different route. Me personally, I feel like they could have went a different route. I feel like, I just to me, I like movies like Coco. I feel like the story in Coco was very strong. It gave me, I cried with Coco. I cried, I laughed, I, thought about life. Same thing with Inside Out. I cried, I laughed, I thought about life. But with Soul, it was kind of I was okay, let's go. Soul had to, in my eyes, I was going in there thinking, you have to make me feel something more than I felt for Coco and Inside Out. And it didn't. To me, it didn't. I know I'm probably the only person on earth that didn't like the movie. But I'm not saying I like it because it wasn't visually amazing, because it was. The visuals were beautiful. I can't say enough. I love the visuals, but I just didn't love the story. I didn't like any of the characters. They were kind of boring. I just feel like, if you're going to make a movie like that, it could have been more put together. I didn't like the design of the souls. I think they were weird looking. I really thought the souls were weird looking. And I didn't like the way they made the main character, the guy. I don't like the way they made him look. He looked really weird looking. And his head was, really long. It was just weird. I'm like, okay. But there's, a lot of nitpicks I have. And it's not because, I'm a movie, inspector or something like that. I'm not really into movies like that. Deep in that. I would picnic every little thing. Oh, the music score here. No, I don't do all that. I'm just talking in general, of all the movies I've seen thus far. Now I'm going into this thinking it's going to be just as good as these. And it wasn't. I actually had to watch it again because I fell asleep through half of it. And that's sad. If I'm falling asleep through a movie, that's sad. I didn't even care when I found out about it. I wasn't even excited to watch it. I was like, oh, okay. Like, when Over the Moon came out, I ran to see that. I love that movie. I cried in Over the Moon. That was beautiful. That was a beautiful, beautiful movie. The music was beautiful. The visuals were amazing. It taught you so much. It was just amazing. But this movie didn't do it for me. And you know, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of, my friends, they're African American, and they told me, oh, well, you should like this movie because it's representing our race, blah, blah, blah. And I understand that. But just because something's representing your race doesn't mean you have to like it. Like, you're not obligated to like something that has to do with your race. To be honest, a lot of movies I like are not even about black people at all. And is that sad? No, because it doesn't mean I don't like my race any less. It just means that, I just don't relate to a lot of stuff that they talk about in the movies. But that's a personal thing. You know what I mean? That's a personal thing. That's my thing. But as far as, like I said, the visuals were amazing. I had a lot of issues with the way the characters looked. I thought the movie wasn't properly done in a way that I didn't feel the same feeling I got when I watched Coco, Inside Out, and Over the Moon. I didn't get the same vibe. And that's my honest truth. So before I get thrown to the wolves, I take my leave. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me how you feel about the new Pixar movie Soul. Tell me your opinions about it. Tell me if you liked it or not. And subscribe. It helps me a lot. Hit the notification bell. Follow me, tweet me, become Patreon today. And I'll see you in the next one. All right, guys.